Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Chief Dave Harkins, Gloucester Township Police Chief, and we're very overjoyed for these officers retiring today. I'm also pleased to introduce our mayor here at Gloucester Township, Mayor David Mayer, who's joining me. And we are, this is a first for us, so we're moving along with 3 officers that are retiring, and it's a great turnout. It's great to see all the officers here, their families, and I know that there's been a lot of thought trying to put into this, and we wanted to make sure that we honor these officers after their long and exceptional careers. So even though it may take some time, it's important because these officers put it all together here for us for long and honorable and successful careers. So we want to make sure that we honor them in the proper way. So without further ado, I'd like to start off with a prayer, and I'd ask our chaplain, Monsignor Mike Mannion, to please come forward to lead us in a prayer to start things off. Monsignor Mike?
Well, there's no collection, so you're okay. I was thinking of a common theme for Melissa, Detective Overmeyer, Detective Middleton, and I thought of servant leader. The leader is someone who can get the job done, but he might beat you up doing it. The servant is someone who does it in a way that recognizes your goodness, your humanity, your spirituality, your wholeness, and they do it out of a passion in the heart, not for a paycheck in the wallet. And that makes all the difference. Let us pray. Lord, we give you thanks for these servant leaders who put so many years in their vocation, not just a job. A servant leads by serving others. They place the needs and interests of their followers and organizers over their own self-interest. Lord, we thank you that these servant leaders have focused on the development of those that they've led and served, helping to build this community stronger each year. Acting authentically, going the extra mile, again, not just for a paycheck, but knowing that it makes a difference in the lives of others. We give you thanks, Lord, because that leadership involves listening, empathy, healing, awareness of another's feelings, foresight, stewardship, taking care of the person as if they were your own. So sometimes, Lord, what people need most is not just a smart mind, but an open heart that listens. So bless these 3 special people today, Lord, because they leave something behind that's very special. A legacy of care and compassion, and a way to follow for those that will take their places. We are grateful that they have touched the history of our lives in a significant way, and may they always act justly, love tenderly, walk humbly with you, their God. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Monsignor. Thank you. Thank you, Monsignor. A couple people I just want to acknowledge that helped make this possible here today. Normally it's Lieutenant Capanna that is making sure these things are all done right, so if it doesn't go right, we're going to blame Lieutenant Don Gansky, who is trying to step up, but he's been great so far. He's taking over Lieutenant Capanna's position as Community Relations Bureau Commander. Also, Deputy Chief Anthony Minazzi here to my left. I also want to acknowledge my command staff, who is very integral in getting things done. Captain Brendan Barton back here, Captain Jason Giddens, and Captain John Stolzheimer is part of the command staff here to make sure everything is run smooth day in and day out. And it's kind of a sad day for us because as we are the old goats left here in the police department, everybody that we've come up with and have been working with and worked side by side with are retiring, and so it kind of leaves us out on the own. But we're very happy because we know that they have done so well throughout their careers here. And so just a little rundown on, since this is a unique experience today for us having 3, so we're going to go officer by officer. have some comments. The officers will, if they want to make some comments. And then we're going to have our plaque presentation along with comments from the mayor at the end. And then Detective Obermeyer is going to have his walkout. So bear with me as we go through these extraordinary careers here of the Gloucester Township Police Department. And first I'd like to ask Lieutenant Melissa Capanna to come forward, badge number 147. Here today, here, Elton. Yeah, you're usually hiding back there and directing. But I also want to recognize her family that's here. I want to recognize her significant other, retired Gloucester Township Police Officer Michael Minazzi, who's here, her son Avery, her mother Donna, her father, Deputy Chief, retired Gloucester Township Police Deputy Chief Nort Davis. Always good to see him. Nort was my lieutenant for many years, and we were on the SWAT team together, and we'll leave those stories for later. And also recognize Lieutenant Capanna's grandmother, Lorraine Davis, is here with us, and welcome. I also want to acknowledge one other member of Melissa's family, Patrolman Mike Minazzi Sr., who was a police officer here in the 60s. And as we are here, it's Mike's father, and we are going through our 100th anniversary, as many of you know. We're wearing our 100-year badges. We are doing special things to celebrate. And as we have dug through a lot of our history, Mike Minazzi Sr.'s name keeps popping up in documentation and things like that, and stories that have come up through some of the interviews. So welcome, sir. We're glad to have you here. When talking with Melissa this week, we spoke about how much she achieved and her success during her career as a police officer. And I can tell you that Melissa was a great mentor for many police officers, especially those women that have joined the ranks of law enforcement. We always kind of directed them to Melissa because she had a special way of making sure they were mentored properly in this business, which is, we know we have a predominant of males, and she was a no-nonsense supervisor her input and advice was sought by many people on many topics, and especially me, especially when I brought her on board as on my staff in the Community Relations Bureau as a commander. And as we talk and we try to go through our careers and have talk about the times that we've had, she's told me, I often ask the officers, what are you going to do? What are your plans? And and she said to me that how much she's looking forward to really not having to answer the phone anymore, not being on call all the time, coordinating this crazy schedule, especially the Community Relations Bureau. That pays a penalty, not working shift work, but it's pretty rigorous, as Lieutenant Gansky is finding out with all that we have going on. And especially, checking her emails all the time. And I laugh because she's kind of like me with this, that we were talking about how I can't leave anything in our inboxes. And so I told her she needs to basically just like tame her type A personality and try and put it away and enjoy it and retire. But she also spoke of how proud she is of her son Avery. She knows that her working shift works, Avery, and being on call, that it's never easy on the family, and especially wasn't easy on you. But all of us who worked with her knew how proud she was always of you, always how she spoke of you, and that you were her world. And everything that she was doing was rotated around what was important for you and making sure that you were well. And it's very touching when you hear about it, because we don't always talk about our families in that way, and maybe we should. But we know that it's all there, and we all live that. We know to the families that police work, the disruption that it has on family life, the interruptions, being on call, and especially in her capacity as a supervisor. You don't know it until you become a supervisor, and I call it that you have this burden of command. It's that weight that goes on your shoulders. It's the worries that you have. It's the worries for those that work for you, and the worries that come upon you to make sure that everything comes right, and it's your responsibility to make sure. And Melissa really got that, but it does take a toll. So Avery, I want to thank you for being understanding and supporting her throughout her career. You know, you're a big part of why she had such a great career and why so many of us think of her as a good cop. So thank you for all that you've done, and I know it's a lot. So thank you to Avery. Lieutenant Capanna was hired with the Gloucester Township Police Department on March 30th, 1998, and she's a graduate of Class 14 of the Gloucester County Police Academy. She has served as a patrol officer, a field training officer, and was assigned temporarily in the ID unit, which is now our crime scene property unit, in 2006, 2007, and again in February 16, 2009 until June 24, 2010. On January 8, 2013, she was assigned as a school resource officer in our Juvenile Family Services Bureau. On August 6, 2014, Lieutenant Capanna was appointed as a Crisis Negotiator on our Crisis Negotiations team, and up until this day, she rose to the title of Commander of the Crisis Response Team, Crisis Negotiation Team, and she started that in 2016. Lieutenant Capanna was in command of the negotiators during a hostage incident in 2017 in which a suspect opened fire with an AK-47 rifle on our special response team officers. This incident ended in the suspect taking his own life, but the hostage being rescued. And I can just tell you, as being part of that incident command, the operations commander of that operation, the teamwork and the poise that was displayed by our crisis negotiators, our SWAT officers, the command structure, all the officers, was a great testament to the leadership of commanders like Lieutenant Capanna. On October 6, 2014, she was promoted to Sergeant of Police and was assigned as a Deputy Platoon Commander. On August 22, 2016, she was assigned as a Deputy Bureau Commander of the Juvenile Family Services Bureau. And then on September 1, 2019, she was promoted to Lieutenant of Police and served as a platoon commander. And in my opinion, this is where her career really pinnacled and she really shined as a leader. On January 3rd, 2022, she was assigned as the Community Relations Bureau Commander, and she's served on our department's Wellness Committee since 2022 as well. Lieutenant Capanna has been awarded 3 Distinguished Unit Citations, a Police Service Citation, 6 Outstanding Police Work Letters. She was nominated for Police Officer of the Year in 2013 and in 2015. She was also nominated for Supervisor of the Year in 2016, 2017, and 2022. Now, we're proud to say that Lieutenant Capanna is the highest ranking female officer in our history, and she will go down in our 100-year history as we continue for the next 100 years. And that certainly was a great achievement. But, absolutely. But I have to tell you that knowing Melissa and working with her all these years, she never let that define her as a cop. She just wanted to be a good cop and a good supervisor who cared about her officers and the department, and she certainly achieved that goal. I personally appreciate all the trust that she had in me, and certainly she has earned my trust throughout the years as a trusted member of my staff. And I appreciate all the feedback that she's given me and she's provided me and set me straight on several occasions, and it's greatly appreciated. So with all that, it's hard to put a career in just a few words, but I want to congratulate Lieutenant Capanna on an outstanding career. And please know that your expertise, your experience, and your leadership will be greatly missed by your peers, by the command staff, and all who work here at the Gloucester Township Police Department. So congratulations on an outstanding career.
Back this up a little bit. If any of you attended my dad's retirement party, I think hopefully this speech goes a little bit better. So I'd like to thank the mayor for his continued support that he gives to our police department, the civilian staff for all that you do that helps keep us running each day. I know I joke and tell some of you you're going to miss me, but I am the one that will miss you. and I really enjoyed a lot of our conversations and laughs over the years. I had the pleasure to oversee our chaplain and volunteer program. I would like to thank all of them for their time and their service that they give to GTPD. You all are appreciated. To all the officers and supervisors I've worked with throughout my career, thank you for all the memorable moments. At times, this job is not an easy one, but we always found a way to make it through and have fun along the way. I have worked with 4 different chiefs, and I would like to thank each of them. Chief Stolzheimer for hiring me. I didn't know him well back then. I just know that I was scared to death of him. Chief Smith for always trying to protect me like his own daughter. I remember when other towns would call over and want to use me for undercover assignments, and most of the time, the answer was no. Chief Earl for believing in me and being a big proponent of second chances. I remember when I was a school resource officer, he called me in his office to tell me that he was going to promote me to sergeant. I asked him if he could wait until the end of the school year. He looked at me like I was crazy. I bet that was his first experience for that. But most important, he promoted me to lieutenant, where I was able to make history, becoming the first female lieutenant for Gloucester Township. And finally, Chief Harkins, for giving me the opportunity to be part of your command staff for this past year and a half. There are others that made an impact on me throughout my career, whether it was training, leadership, loyalty, or just being a true friend. You all know who you are. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family and my closest friends. Due to the demands of this job, I was absent more than I was present, and I am grateful to still have all of you in my life. To my mom and dad, for all your love and support along the way, I hope I've made you proud. For those of you that don't know, I am a 3rd-generation police officer with GTPD. I had the pleasure of working with my dad for about 9 years. I was a patrolman when he retired as deputy chief. People would always ask, did you go on a lot of calls together? But we didn't. One call that we did handle was a naked male running through the streets of Blackwood who was covered in a slippery substance. Quite an experience to share with my dad. And the last call I wanted to enjoy with him. My dad is the one who made me not only the police officer I am today, but the person I've grown to be. He came into my life when I was 9 years old, and without his guidance and discipline, I don't know where I would be. Mike and Avery, you both are my heart and soul. Thank you for everything, especially for putting up with me. And now, Mike, you get to put up with me for 24 hours a day. I am looking forward to being able to spend more time with both of you and enjoy this next chapter. Thank you.
Okay, as tradition is here at the Gloucester Township Police Department, we like to let everybody have, and I'm sure Lieutenant Capanna has this, we give a lapel pin of the Gloucester Township Police Department so they can proudly wear this wherever we go. You're always part of the Gloucester Township Police family. I'd also like to present her with her retired police lieutenant's ID, and also her ceremonial police ID, along with her retired lieutenant badge that she's earned. These are hot off of the mint, so we wanted to be the first, you three will be the first that we present these to. As you know, we're celebrating our 100th year of Gloucester Township Police, the history here, 1923 to 2023. And so we had challenge coins made, and so I wanted to present this to you as our first, and these will be available to everyone in the near future. Deputy Chief Manazzi did the design, and wanted that as a little memento that you're leaving this time. So congratulations.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon. I know this is a very special day for the Gloucester Township Police Department's family. I know it is a very special day for Melissa, Ron, and Scott. And I want to offer my congratulations to all three of you on a very distinguished career. We heard a lot from Chief Harkins today about each one of you. And you should be very, very proud as you look back upon your career in law enforcement. I also want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing a career in law enforcement. Thank you for putting on the uniform of a Gloucester Township police officer every day. Thank you for being on call all the time. To Ron and Scott, thank you for bringing justice to people who perhaps were robbed of justice, and making a difference in their lives. That, well, people can't say that. So thank you for that. And Melissa, thank you for making history here in our department, and thank you for rising to lieutenant and commanding our Community Relations Bureau, because that bureau is so very, very important. It is so important that our police department is part of the fabric of our Gloucester Township community. It's important that our residents know our police department, and they do. And that's in large part because of your leadership and your command, so thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very fortunate here in Gloucester Township to have one of the best, if not the best, police department in the nation. And I am just so proud to work alongside of all of the men and women of this department, to work alongside of Chief Harkins and his command staff. You know, I'm proud every day to be mayor of this community, and I have to tell you, I sleep well at night because I know that the men and women of this department is on duty. They are on duty protecting our residents. And so on behalf of Councilwoman Albright and our council and the residents of Gloucester Township, congratulations and thanks for what you do and have done. And Scott, not only for your work as a police officer, but as your role in the FOP. You know, over the years, we've had many meetings, and I have to thank you for your professionalism, for your candor, for your honesty. You know, we may disagree at times, although I think we agree more than we disagree. But if we did disagree, you always were very respectful, and I respect you for that. So thank you for that. So Chief Harkins, thanks for your leadership as well. I want to thank your families. Thank you for letting your family member be a part of our family here. And there were times I know that they were taking from you to help other families in our community. So thank you for sharing them with us. So congratulations to all of you. Best wishes in the future. And I'm sure you will find a lot of good things to do. So congratulations.
My final words, again, I want to congratulate Melissa, Ron, and Scott for outstanding careers. We're proud to have you as part of our Gloucester Township Police family. Know that you and your families extended are always part of this Gloucester Township Police families. And again, all of us congratulate you on such a great career. At this time, I would like to ask Deputy Chief Manazzi and Lieutenant Gansey to join me for your plaque unveiling here. So, as you can see, we have a tradition of officers getting their badges, getting their ranks, and getting anything important. In many cases, their trading cards, their IDs, and whatnot. And it's on behalf of myself, the Gloucester Township Police Department, Mayor, and Council. We want to present these plaques, these well-deserved plaques, in honor of your service here at the Gloucester Township Police Department. Congratulations, all three of you.